Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Gamers podcast, episode 22. And today we're doing a solo podcast. I haven't done one of these in a while, so it's going to be about a 30-minute podcast because honestly, I realized a lot of my podcasts are 30 minutes. I think there's only one there's two podcasts that are above 30 minutes. One is 40 minutes and the other one's an hour. So it's kind of like, that goes to show that I don't really have a whole lot to talk about. But these podcasts are usually 30 minutes to an hour. So what do I want to talk about today? Well, what I want to talk about today is what the fuck is wrong with me? Why do I, not stream for as long as I should? Because back in the day, I had a schedule. Like, this is my schedule. I had a routine. It was a very specific routine of what I was doing. So, and I did have a job, and I was going to my job probably just as much as I'm going to my job now, right? Or maybe even a little less, because I would take days off. Like, I would call in sick a lot. So this is how it worked. How did I do it again? Right. I kicked ass at YouTube for about 6 months. Every single day for 6 months, because I was living at home. I didn't have rent to worry about, didn't have bills to worry about. The only thing I really had to worry about was my family just kind of on my ass about saying like, well, like all you do is like play video games and like you're just in your room all the time. And that's just because I had a schedule and this was my hobby and it still is my hobby. And I really want to do better. I want to do better with this. I want to have fun with this again. But the truth is, I'm clearly not having fun with this anymore. It doesn't mean I'm done. No, because I am planning on doing a crazy, crazy thing in May. I shouldn't say that. We're starting to film something in May, and it's something completely opposite of gaming. And it's probably going to come out in whatever is April, May, June. Yeah, so it's probably going to come out in June. So that's insane, and like I don't know what it is. Like I'm literally like I have Crackdown 2 like in front of me right now. And I got wires everywhere. So like what's wrong? Like, well, pretty much what I think is wrong is honestly, I'm just not having fun with the games I'm playing. Like, back in the day, it was zombies. It was nothing but zombies. And the occasional throw in something else, but then no one would watch it. And then I would want people to stick around, so then I would give people what they wanted, and that was zombies. A lot of people wanted to see me play zombies. But now there's like... And now I think that's kind of it. Like, I think I kind of turned my audience away, but not to mention zombies died. Zombies is dead right now. Like, the Smith Plays actually said it best. Like, zombies is really dead to a point where there's no point in playing it. And he's probably saying that because there's probably no one that wants to watch it, and there's no way that anyone can have fun with it anymore. Which isn't true. I mean, like, I can go back and I can play zombies and probably have a good time. It's just zombies does take a lot of time to do. Like, it takes a long while. So, and I had all the time, and I used to have all the time in the world to do it, actually. I think that's why Fortnite is so appealing, is because you don't have to okay, where am I going with this? It's so appealing because you don't have to sit there for 2 hours to get a game, or even an hour. To get a good game of zombies, you have to play for at least an hour, and that's a round 30 game. Because for those zombie fans out there, if you actually time yourself playing zombies, like I actually have it down to a T. Like, the first 5 rounds are 5 minutes, then getting to round 10, effectively, like setup and stuff, takes about 15 to 20 minutes. And then getting from round 10 to 20 takes another 20 minutes. So you're already at like 40 minutes or even 45 minutes right there. And then and then it takes you another 20 minutes to get from round 20 to 30. And there you go. You have an hour. That's a little over an hour a game right there. Depending on what map you do, of course. And what zombies, which game. Some are faster than the others, like Shinonuma and stuff, but there you go, right? So it's like you need at least an hour to get decently high rounds, and round 30 is not even considered high rounds on zombies anymore. And not only am I using this podcast as a way to vent about what has been going on and to explain myself as what's going on, but I want you guys to really tell me like what you want to see. I might actually go back and watch like when I came back to YouTube stream, and I had an open discussion with you guys, and you guys were very, very helpful. So, because this is my dream job, this is something I want to do, but it's like, can I go about doing the things that I want to do? But then again, it doesn't work out for me. It's like one day I'll say, you know what? I think I could stream Fortnite for a couple hours. You know, it would be a good time. I like Fortnite. Fortnite's a great game. And then I'll do it. I'll start to do it, and then like an hour in, I'll get bored. It's like why? And then I'll just feel, and a lot of it has to do with views. Like I thought it didn't, but it really does. People don't come to streams like they used to anymore, just because I fell off a little bit. Moving didn't really help anything because I was gone for 2 days, and then when I came back, no one really cared. And then I'm like, okay, well, this is kind of ridiculous. And then, not to mention, I must admit, it is really hard to make videos and stream from this room. I don't know what it is. This is our designated office, right, for our computers and stuff. Like, Taya's desk is literally to my right now. And you know, her computer setup's here, and then I got my desk right here. And for some reason, with Taya home, it's just really hard to start streaming and to kind of be. I don't really have much of a YouTube persona, but it is kind of hard to kind of stay talking and knowing that someone can hear everything you're saying. Because when you're at your parents' house and you're making videos, it's a lot different from when you're like living with like your significant other, right? Because her opinion is the opinion I care about the most, like when it comes to me. And there's actually been a couple of videos at my house. Like I've recorded gaming videos in front of her loads of times, but here's the thing though, they've never been released. I think there was only ever like 1 or 2 videos where I was playing video games, and she was released. And then she helped me with the one video called hashtag Triple M wasted $100 thing. It was I was trying out for something, but it turns out that it was just for a series. But that's besides the point. So I'm really trying to figure stuff out. Like I thought I had a solid game plan for like since Thursday. Like I thought when Thursday rolls around, everything will be fine. I can't wait for Thursday because I'm going to stream Crackdown 2. Crackdown 2 is such a fun game, and I misjudged that, and I realized that, wow, Crackdown 2 actually takes a little bit to set up when you start from scratch. So that was really annoying, and I want to do stuff like that. I want to play old games where I can just beat it in one go. But, I mean, I could beat it in one go. It's just, it would take me 4 hours. I think it would take roughly 4 hours to do it because the first hour and a half would be like upgrading your guy to a point where like he's usable, like really usable. And also, not to mention getting guns. You got to have really good guns for it, because if you don't have good guns for doing the main story, then you're going to be completely fucked. I might hop back on and just redo it and just start from where I left off last time. And then just finish it. I might even do that tonight for all I know. Just because I want to do it, you know. And I'm a little jealous of James, because James doesn't care about this as much as I do. He likes to stream. He really, like, I know he does, because it gives him something to do. And, you know, that's kind of what happens now. Like, I really feel like people don't really play video games for fun anymore. I feel like they play video games for a purpose. Like they want a purpose to doing it, so then it seems more valid. And I think streaming has a lot to do with it. And I'm not just focused on streaming. I want to upload videos. Like I want to make actual videos. And even if it is a gaming video. Like because I like the process of making a video. Like one of my favorite videos I've ever made was actually the I'm broke video because I find that I'm just really good at like making these goofy little videos where like it's like there's a point, like there's a point to it, but there's just a bunch of little shit like leading up to it, you know. It was like a 4-minute video or something like that. It was really, really cool, and I really enjoyed it. And like, and even making these podcasts, right? Like I don't mind editing these podcasts. I mean, you don't do much editing in the podcast, like as far as like stuff goes, but you do put on a background and stuff. And I do that all in Premiere. And it actually makes rendering a lot easier because you shrink the fucking video down to this size, what you're seeing now, which is weird for me to say because I'm watching it full screen on OBS. But you shrink it down to a full screen thing, and then you put on like all your backgrounds and stuff. And I think the most I have to do for my background. Sorry. The most I have to do for my background is actually just put my name under my fucking little thing. So, yeah. I think that's fair to say. And I just really want to like have fun with this again, and I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should do Minecraft. And I really need to stop caring about like what people like what Taya thinks of me, because I know she knows this is what I want to do, and I know she's supportive of what I want to do. And then if I can really put 100% effort into this, and I mean that truthfully, like I want to put all my effort into this. Like that's why I loved living at home and why I miss it, is because behind the scenes I was fighting with my parents a lot. That's the truth, but I had a really solid recording studio in there. Pretty much I had this big ass room, courtesy of my dad. You know, my dad was very generous when I was about 15, and he said, hey, to me and my brother, he said, hey guys, like obviously I can tell that your current rooms are really small, and how would you guys feel about having rooms in the basement? And we said, oh, that would be great, you know? And, yeah, and then we built rooms, and then he had his cousin by marriage, my second cousin, who's a carpenter, actually built us these rooms. And my dad goes, yeah, here's how big I want them. And my second cousin, Brad, did a very good job at making these rooms for us. And it was pricey. Obviously, it was pretty pricey. And he did it, and I can't appreciate it enough, because you actually have a lot of privacy. He let us put locks on our doors, so then we have even more privacy. So, which is really, really cool, and I really appreciate my dad for doing that. Which created a great place to record videos. I had my own little corner of the room. The way I had my Ethernet cable is pretty ghetto. Even in this one, it's pretty ghetto. It runs like all the way out to the living room. It's stupid. But I was able to be creative, and I was able to be creative at late at night. A lot of my videos that you would see on my channel were recorded at 2, 3, 4 in the morning, just because I felt like it. Like I was just like, wow, I don't even feel like going to bed. I feel like recording a video. Ow. And then I would record a video, and if it was a one-off video, like if it was just a video by itself, I would edit it, and I think I would edit it and even upload it in the same night, or schedule it, or upload it and schedule it for like a proper time. And it was a good time, and I look back on it, I'm like, why am I not having fun with this anymore? And you know what, when I made the I'm broke video, I had tons of fun editing that video. That was like, yes, that's what I want that feeling again. But I don't know what it is. I really don't. I honestly couldn't tell you there, guys, because I really really want to do this for a living. And not only that, but it's probably the best hobby I've ever got into. Like it's YouTube. Like it's an expensive hobby, but I like doing it. And I think I'm too focused on views. I really do. When I live stream and I see like one or two people just kind of show up, say hi, and then leave, it's like, damn, you know? Back in the day, I actually had a solid group of people, and I can't force anyone to come back and watch my videos. I made a video saying that I was done, which I should probably delete at this point, because it's like, because I'm not done. Like, I would never be done with this. Like, how should this happen? I've had, like, there was a thought, like, I was on Skype or I think it was Skype at the time. I was on Skype with James, and I said, James, I need some, like, brotherly advice. A part of me kind of wants to quit YouTube, and it was because my views were down. It's like because barely anyone was watching. But that wasn't true. I was getting 50 to 70 videos or views per stream. Maybe even 20 on a bad day, on a slow day. And I need to understand that, you know, like, this is a bit of a business, and it's not a business yet. This is me having fun right now. This isn't, I don't have to stoop to any level to earn money. And even then, I still wouldn't have to. As long as I just be myself and I do what I want to do with this channel, I think everything's going to be okay. But for some reason, I feel like it's necessary that I focus on the views. It's something I can't get over, because it's like, because James will do this thing, right? Because James is the reason why I'm talking about James so much is just because he's a perfect example of like kind of what I'm looking for. It's like he's kind of doing things that he's doing really cool things that he wants to do. Like, he wants to play all these new games. And he's kind of like honestly, I think if James keeps at it, man, like, I think he'll do great. I think he'll probably get big on Twitch. He'll probably start making money from Twitch, and then Twitch can be his second job, you know? Kind of like what I want YouTube to be for me, but YouTube is a harder business to get into because of people like Logan Paul and Jake Paul and PewDiePie, you know, especially Logan and Jake Paul. Because they're starting to pave the way of like how YouTube is ran, and that family-friendly content is the way to go. Twitch isn't as much as that. You can still tell offensive jokes on there and, you know, do all that type of shit. Of course they have rules. Everyone has rules, but you just gotta be careful, right? And I'm just trying to figure out, like, what do I do? Like, do I turn my YouTube channel into a video only channel, and then live stream to Twitch? Like, that's not a bad idea, because then I'm not quitting, I'm not giving up on YouTube, and I'm trying something new, you know? Simple as that. But in my few streams I have done on Twitch, people don't really show up. And I'm not really that interesting, and it's starting to show that I'm not as creative as I could be. And I think that just turns people away, because it's like, people are like, oh yeah, you know, he's playing like zombies or something, you know, mainstream games. I'm more like, if you look at the difference between me and James, is that I'm more mainstream gaming and he's more independent gaming. Like, he plays Subnautica, fucking Don't Starve, like that type of shit. Like, a lot of it, like something that Markiplier would do. He's basically like a Canadian Markiplier, you know? And the best part is that, like, he doesn't really milk his illness or anything for views, right? Like, he's just doing it just for the fun of it. He's not doing anything for views. But it's just shitty. It's just, like, I just feel shitty when it comes to the videos I make sometimes. It's like, I remember I was making really bad Fortnite videos. It's like, dude. And that's a game I want to continue with because it's a cool game. I really enjoy Fortnite. I enjoy playing it. I play it a lot in my, like, when I'm not recording or anything. Probably because I don't have to put on a show. Like, when you stream, people kind of want, like, I felt like that the reason why people stuck around and watched me was just because I was putting on a show every night. I was, reading chat, I was responding to chat, and I was kind of, like, letting everyone know that, like, hey, like, I really appreciate you guys being here, and I wanted to acknowledge everyone who was here. Of course, that wasn't the case all the time, because the chat would fill up so much to a point where shit would just go down, right? And, yeah. So it's kind of like, I think when it comes to Fortnite, I think I should play it with somebody who actually enjoys it, because it's kind of like that game, like, playing by yourself is just, it's a nightmare, to be honest. I like playing solo, though. I like playing duos and solo. I don't really like playing squads. But yeah. So, like, I don't understand where I went wrong. I kind of blame it on the views. I think watching people not show up really discourages me and demoralizes everything I'm kind of doing. Like, I should be able to play Crackdown 2 and finish the game or the stream, like, do like a 2 or 3 hour stream and be fine. Because an hour stream is a bullshit. 30-minute streams are bullshit, right? Unless you're Matthias. And I don't want to do that anymore. I want it to be 2 hours or more. That's what I want to be. That's why when I was doing it in my other, like, in my routine there, it's all because I had a job, right? It's like I couldn't stay up too late. And everyone was just like, all right, you're not streaming for so long. But it's like 2 hours was a long time for me, because at first I started doing like 5 to 6. And then I started doing 2 to 3. Right? And then 2 to 3 was much more manageable. And it still is manageable for what I want to do. But it's just, it doesn't help that Taya works more than me, and that I can't really be all that loud when she's sleeping. Because I want to talk at full volume. I want to confidently do live streams, but I can't do it unless she's not home, because I'm either too worried about what she's doing, because there has been a little bit of worry on her part, and she doesn't think I know, but at least in the last week, I mean, we've gotten better now, but there was a little bit of time where she thought I was being distant. And the truth is, in my opinion, I feel like I wasn't. I felt like I was just kind of going out and just hanging out with friends a lot. Like, I hung out with Chelsea like 3 times that week, and then I kind of went out with my parents a few times, like a couple more times that week. And then I think she goes, oh, but you always leave the house. Like she was actually getting very sad, which I appreciated, right? Because it's like, oh, well, at least she still cares. But it's just kind of like, okay, well, like, I shouldn't have to feel bad about doing anything. And then when I'm home, it kind of feels like I'm obligated just to hang out with her, but it's like, I'm just trying to juggle time. I'm trying to juggle all my time. And YouTube is the one that's suffering the most, because the other two are really easy to do. And when I say that, I mean, like, social life and work. Like how do you manage work? You go to work when you're supposed to. And then how do you manage your social life? Well, you can plenty of different ways. You hang out before work, hang out after work, or you hang out on your days off. And then it's kind of like, okay, well, then where does YouTube fit into that? Well, YouTube is when I'm not working and I'm not hanging out with people, which is not a whole lot of time. So maybe I just need to juggle my time and maybe just talk to Chelsea. and just kind of say, hey, I do want to stream Fortnite. Can you please come and help me with it? Can you play Fortnite with me so then I'm not bored and that I have someone to talk to? Because I think, and James said that he wants to play more. He wants to do more collabs with people, but me and him are so fucking different as content creators. And we would love to stream or record with each other, but it's just we're so fucking different. And James and I, we used to be in a lot of videos together. We used to be in a lot of streams together. But for some reason we just can't agree on a game that we can do, you know? Like for a live stream, and it's not even for a competition thing, which that thing's probably fucking over at this point because I lost the fucking footage for the last one that we did, and the only footage that I really could probably get is James's footage, but that's just a bullshit video after that. So yeah, those are supposed to be high quality. But I really wish that it wasn't like that. I really wish that like I could stream with James, and I could do a lot more with my friends, but my friends have lives, and the only person that I could really think of that would actually be willing to do things with me is Ty. But Ty's admitted he doesn't even like Fortnite. Like he barely even likes PUBG, but he says he likes PUBG over Fortnite. I'm like, oh, shitty. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out my channel. Like that's about it. I don't know what games to play anymore. Like, and you know what? Even when zombies fell off for me, I still played other games, and you guys watched it. I did Minecraft. I got really into Minecraft. You guys watched it. Oh man, like that was insane to me. I'm like, wow, I can do other games, and you guys will stick around, but then it became a numbers thing. I'm just like, wow, like my views are down because I stopped playing zombies, but then I would play zombies and no one would show up. I'm like, fuck. It's frustrating. It's very frustrating. I fucked up. Like that's the title of the podcast. Like I fucked up bad. Like I messed up. Because this shouldn't be a numbers game. It should have never been a numbers game. It should have been wanting to have fun. And I'm watching all these people doing videos that I wouldn't mind doing. But another big part of me not doing so good is honestly because like if I did good with Fortnite, like I did with zombies and Minecraft and DBZ or Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, I would, you know, like if I did good with it, then I would continue to do it without any complaints. But I am really bad at the game. I'm not very good. Because all the streamers that I ever watch play the game that are successful are actually really good at the game. Like I watch a girl on Twitch who only has 15 solo wins, but that's more than me, right? I have 2 solo wins at all. Like, and then I have maybe about 3 duo wins and then 2 squad wins. So 2, 3, that's 5. So I have 7 wins on Fortnite in total across all the platforms I've ever played on. So it's a very frustrating thing, and I don't know who I want to get involved with my channel. Like I have a group of Fortnite friends, but now they're starting to fall off. And I don't really talk to them anymore. So it's kind of like, what do? It's like I need to find a recording buddy, but it's like there's no one else into this as much as I am. Like all my friends are either just casual gamers or they just don't want to be like on YouTube all the time, or they're just busy. So yeah, so I really hope you guys can understand this video. Can listen to this podcast for its entirety and just realize where my head's at with my channel. I don't want to quit. That's the last thing I want to do. I just need to find something new to do. I need to find something new and exciting, and the more you have fun, like I'm still sticking to this philosophy, that if you're having fun on YouTube, that's when you're successful. And I'm not having fun anymore, meaning that I'm not very successful because people can see it. And yeah, so I'm gonna go now. And that's everything I needed to say. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. I love you. Stay beautiful. Keep your head up. I'll catch you guys in the next video. All right. Bye, everybody.